How you doing? I've got kind of a sad note that I want to talk about today. I want to do a quick video because, well, I ain't gonna say it's quick, but I'm gonna do a video. I just came from, and my son's out, but I just came from Hospice House Tupelo, and somebody's there that it's always been there my whole life. You know, it's my Uncle Larry, Larry Jones. And, you know, I was sitting there talking to Geraldine, and I told her, you know, it's so weird here visiting him when he's always usually the one that's always visiting and always trying to do something for somebody and out doing and working, and never seen a man in my life that loved to work more than he did. And he, you know, we look and see how the world is now, and we have to wonder, what in the world are we in right now? Because where are the new Larry Joneses in this world? He's my daddy's brother. It's like, where are the Alfred Joneses in this world now? Where are the Larry Joneses in this world now? Where's the Sylvian Joneses in this world now? You got people looking left and right, worried about all the craziest politics and transgenders and all this stuff, but where's the real men at? Like Uncle Larry. You know, all of us have that cool uncle, you know. The person you saw all the time, the person that lived close by, that cool uncle that was always, you know, doing something. You know, and of course his son Jeff, me and him, you know, we've been like brothers. We were raised, you know, just not 2 miles from each other. And, you know, I've done a lot of stuff with Uncle Larry. Me and Jeff did. And, you know, I remember, you know, from, you know, some of the things I remember. There's one thing I remember in particular. He used to have the company truck. He worked for Courtesy Contractors, along with my daddy and about everybody else in the family at some point. But I remember he had this old blue maroon. It wasn't blue. Where am I getting blue from? Old dark maroon Chevrolet truck. Was a company truck for a little while, and I remember us racing. Me and Jeff was in there with him, racing a car going up 363 there, going around, going to the River Road, and you know, he would just do cool stuff. Yeah. And the way I see what needs to happen in this world right now is there's men in this world that need to start stepping up. Instead of worrying about me, myself, and I, they need to start being that cool uncle. I've had a couple of them in my life that really stand out, that I actually spent time, you know, got to spend some time with. Another one was Quincy Leslie. He was that other cool uncle. But man, Uncle Larry could operate anything, any kind of machinery, he could run it. And he didn't just run it, he run it well. My daddy's a lot the same way. My daddy's a little older than him. Uncle Larry is the baby of the family, of the Jones family. And, you know, we're losing all of the real men in this world. And I'm not sure there's going to be anybody to step up and start taking their place. What's this world going to be without that generation here anymore? You know, he was one of those people that I always thought was going to be there, you know. And then you have to go see him laying in the bed at hospice. And I'm not dissing hospice at all, because they do a work. They're, you know, they help comfort. They help comfort along with helping the families. They do. But, you know, I'm not the only nephew that Uncle Larry had that every one of them would say the exact same thing about Uncle Larry. And you know, we never want to let anybody go. You know, it should make all of us realize and understand that one of these days it's going to be our time. But also we need to understand that sometimes our time is now, not to pass on, but to step up and be that cool uncle. You know, he had a laugh that you would recognize out of any crowd. And sometimes I kind of catch myself kind of laughing like him. Just naturally, not trying to, but just naturally. I kind of do. And you know, sometimes we don't realize what an impact somebody has on your life till they're gone. And you know, it's kind of a sad thing. You know, and it's like I say, you know, there's so many that we think, well, they're just going to be there from now on. He's always going to be there. You know, there's not going to be a time without him. He's the baby of the family. He's going to be there. But we're not promised the next 5 minutes, much less the next year. But there's one thing that I can tell you about Larry Jones, is he was that cool uncle that I'll never forget. And I'll always tell my son stories about him, and I'll always remember him. You see, if you're that cool uncle, ain't nobody gonna ever forget you. You know, he done so much, you know, that a lot of people, I mean, you know, you don't even think about. I mean, he built a shop. He built a shop there, and I went down there and helped just a little bit. I didn't get to help a whole lot because I was too worried about running around and this and that. I helped just a little, not very much at all. I regret that. But even after that, he built that shop. He gave me a key to it. You know, I think I've still got that key. I don't know if it's still good or not, but he gave me a key to that shop because in case I ever needed anything in that shop to come down there, you know, that's just the way he was, you know. But he was true to his word. He believed in God. He would work. He was much of a man. And he always will be, as far as I remember. And I know. I know nobody in our family will ever forget the times we spent with our, and he was my uncle. He was my daddy's brother. He was my uncle. But then you realize how much they mean to you. You always going to wish you'd done more. Well, you know what? Right now, it's not too late. There's that other uncle. There's that other niece and nephew. There are those other family members that it's not too late. I just want everybody to remember who Uncle Larry was to me. Not only was he my first cousin's daddy, but he was my cool uncle. He was my cool uncle.